Rabbi Meirov, how would you deal if someone asked you this question, not on the same page in terms of disciplining the kid?
The truth is, when it comes to chinuch eladim, raising children, I always tell people that if you would take all the different jobs that you have, it could be accountants and lawyers and barbers and jewelers and OT and CT and PT, you take all those jobs and you put it on one side of the scale. And then you put raising one child properly, not all your kids, 4, 5, 6, one child properly. Raising that child properly is much tougher than all of that combined. Especially in our generation. Our generation is even tougher. Right? Rubikov just mentioned how, scaring your kids, throwing them into the rooms is a tactic that can make them listen to you, because you are bigger than them. But ultimately, you're not going to gain anything in terms of that connection between the parent and the child. So now, in terms of the husband and wife, everyone can have their own shita. It's actually good when the husband and wife could play different roles in how to deal with the child. Obviously, not contradicting each other, but in a different temperament, a different style, a different way. But at the same time, a punishment cannot be where your child misbehaves, you hit him or her, you take her to the corner, don't move for 10 minutes. And then 10 minutes later, he's out. Rather, part of chinuch is not to punish when you're angry, because when you do that when you're angry, you're just letting out your anger. You wait a minute or two till you calm down. Then you take that 7-year-old, that 5-year-old, that 10-year-old and say, Reuven, Sarah, what did you just do? And let them talk to you. Let them describe what happened. Why did he hit her? He'll explain to you, Abba, but he started it. She started, he did, You're talking to them and then you're responding. And then you bring the child that he hit to the table. What happened? You tell me the story. And they keep the other one quiet. And they're conversing with each other. And you come to the conclusion. And then you could say, you know what? Now you need a 5-minute timeout. You need a 5-minute timeout. Go to the corner. What you did over here was, you trained your children to think about what they did wrong and how they got to that situation. As opposed to, you're sitting eating supper, he does something wrong, you take him, throw him to the corner. Chazak Baruch, you're 200 pounds heavier than him. Of course you can do that. And I think the best thing is, learn how to communicate with your children. You'll be shocked how smart the kids are. You'll be very smart. The children are full of ideas and full of tirutzim, reasons. They could come up with different, they can make things up, don't get me wrong. I have a son, Shia Bari. He's a very intelligent kid, Baruch Hashem. But intelligent sometimes in doing things, in not the right fashion. I take him to shul on Friday nights, and there's a guy that hands out candies over there. He's a candy man. And somehow, he always finds a way to get 5, 6 candies in his pocket. For my brother, for my friend, for my cousin, etc. So I told him, listen, from now on, you can only take one for yourself. Only for yourself. Okay, Abba, no problem. And one day, I watch him on Friday night. He goes to get his candy. He puts one in his pocket, then takes another one, puts it in one shoe. Takes another one, puts it in the back of the other shoe. And you can see he's walking back like someone limping. Like, did you get the candy? He's like, yeah, but I got it. I have it in my pocket. Right? Now that made me somewhat proud. Why? He's trying to think of ways to beat the system. So I didn't come to him and say, hey, you Rasha, you Ganav. I didn't say that. I said, I don't want to mention his name. He might see this video one day. And I said, let's just say his name is Shimshon. Shimshon, why are you having a hard time walking? And he has a little smile. I'm like, is there something stuck in your shoe? And he says, Abba, I took an extra candy. I'm like, what did Abba tell you? You told me not to, but Abba, I really wanted for my brother. And I explained to him, I understand you love your brother so much, but most of the time you eat it yourself, right? Maybe I'll take it for your brother. But I made it into a conversation where we talked and we communicated and he understood and Baruch Hashem, he accepted. I could have said, you know what? I see in your shoe, go back, give all the candies back. You're not getting anything. It's not about being a policeman. It's about trying to communicate and connect with them. That would be the best way. Again, like I said before about the parents, the difference of opinion, the best thing is there should be a difference of opinion, but know how to apply it at the same time without contradicting and causing the child to say, oh, when I have a problem, I got to go to Ima. Or I got to go to Abba because now I'm going to make them fight with each other and I get away with it. That happens many times. They're that smart also. So again, there has to be some sort of system that the father and the mother put together, and never ever do it bekas, do it with ahava, communicate with the child, open conversation, and you'll see a lot more results than by forcefully punishing them.